guys, it's Chris at MD Tech, and thank you to my subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and like the video. Today we are looking at the Dyson V8 Absolute. We're having some issues with it. I don't know if you have this and you have the same issue, well, watch the video. If not, there may be some other solutions. This is exactly what it does, which is frustrating because it doesn't work. It's pulsating in and out. It's not the charge, and now it's dead. It starts again. So for one thing, it's not the charge, but we will go ahead and take a look at the different components here and see if possibly something stuck. Let's take a look. So with any electronic device that sucks, literally does sucking, such as the Dyson V8 Absolute, you want to make sure that there's nothing impeding the way of it sucking. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at all the areas in which this device can get blocked from garbage, something you sucked up, and makes it work intermittently just as this. Let's take a look. First, let's go here. This is actually the filter, and some people say to remove this, clean it, wash it. We've done that several times. We could do it again, but let's see if this works or if it doesn't work. The problem may be with this. Let's take a look inside. I don't see anything in there, but let's look further. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and test it. Just by pulling that out, it works. So hold up. Just by removing this and putting it back in, this is not pulsating. Okay, let's go now on to max, and we can go on to the max suction, and let's see if it works here. Now it's working intermittently. So it's working intermittently there. Let's pull this out. All right, I haven't cleaned it yet, but let's just put it back in just to make sure. And it's on the max suck. And it's still doing it. So it's still doing it. Just to retest, we'll put it on the normal suction. And it's working. So remember, before it wasn't working until we pulled this out. So maybe we have to look further. Let's take a look inside and see what else we have. What I'm going to do is remove the main motor area here from the extension as such. The red button down. Now what I want to do is I want to take a look in both ends and see if there's anything that could be impeding the flow of air. So this end doesn't look like it. And we'll take a look at the other end and make sure that there's nothing impeding the flow through here. Well, you can't really see through there all the way, but so I'm going to remove this longer segment of the Dyson V8 Absolute by pressing the button here, and this will remove it from here. So now I have this in three pieces. We have that piece, we have the long hose, and we have the basic motor and all that here. What I want to do is I want to see if I can see right through here, and I can. So there's nothing impeding airflow through here at all. So this part should be working. And like we said, there was nothing impeding airflow through here either. So this should be working. But I suspect there's some other areas we have to look at. And we may have to look into here. Alright? And we may have to look at the flow through here. I mean, at first glance it looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. I don't see any issues. But who knows? Let's take a further look. So the more you look at this thing, the more, filters and pieces that come off you can find. So I just happened to turn this one here, and you can see this is like another filter. All right, let's just look in there. Let's see if there's any impedance. No, it looks like a bunch of wires and electronics and stuff. All right, then this is to release the actual canister down there. So I don't think there's anything there. We can hold this and see what happens. with nothing attached, let's test it and see what happens when we have it on max suction before it's on high suction. Let's see what it does. So it seems to be working there without any problem. So this section is good. I think we can say that with great certainty that this section is good. Let's add pieces to it now and see what happens to kind of figure out what and where the problem is. So I'll add this piece on the back. Okay, that works too. So I'm actually going to add, without the longer extension, I'm going to add this piece onto it. And let's see if this has any impact. Remember, we're leaving this filter out as well. And you can see that works, and that's on max power. Let's go ahead and remove this and add the long piece. So now this is pretty much the complete Dyson V8 Absolute, but I did leave out this piece. So remember, it was working up until now. Let's see if on max suction it works, or if it doesn't work. It's working, and it's working perfect. Not intermittently. It's working perfect, no pulsating. The last and final step to troubleshoot this is we're going to enter and add the filter. So we really haven't done anything. All we've done is remove pieces and parts and then re-added them and look to make sure they were clean. Let's see if this works on max suction. This works on max suction now. So there it is. Literally, we didn't do anything other than take apart the different pieces to the Dyson V8 Absolute vacuum cleaner. But we took them apart, we looked at them, make sure they were clean and clear, and put them back one by one and tested to see if it worked intermittently during max suction. And it actually does, which is quite confusing. So try just to remove your parts and re-add them and test them during each step and troubleshoot it that way. But again, we are working during both the max suction and the high suction extended run. So my problem was solved simply by removing, looking, analyzing, making sure it was clear, and just re-adding the pieces together. And if this worked for you, great. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, please like, and please follow. And thank you for watching. This is MD Tech.